Hello there, it's Damon with Robbins Investment Group. Today we're talking about something that may hit close to home for some of you. If you're feeling trapped by your mortgage or going through a rough patch, I want you to know it's okay. You're not alone and there are options. Let us chat for a little bit about how to get you out of this tight spot. You have probably heard about this thing called rate lock-in. It is like when you've got a really good deal on your mortgage and you feel like you cannot let it go. I get it. It is scary to think about giving up that low rate, especially with how high interest rates are right now. But here's the thing. Sometimes life throws us curveballs, and that great rate isn't enough to keep us afloat. Maybe you have lost your job, or you are going through an ugly divorce, or maybe those mortgage payments are just getting harder and harder to make each month. It's tough, right? You are trying to hold on, but it feels like you are drowning. I have seen it happen to so many people, and it's heartbreaking. But here is something that might surprise you. Selling your home quickly can actually be a smart move, even with these high interest rates. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. Sometimes, getting out from under that financial pressure is worth more than holding on to a low rate. It's about giving yourself room to breathe, to start fresh. And guess what? You are not the only one thinking about this. Did you know that almost 21% of homeowners are considering selling their homes right now? That's right, 1 in 5 of your neighbors might be in the same boat as you. It's way more common than people think. Now, I bet you are wondering, okay, Damon, but how can I sell quickly in this market? Well, stick around because I have some info on a faster, less conventional way to sell that might just be the lifeline you need. It's not your typical realtor route, but it could be exactly what you're looking for. Let's dive into that next, shall we? Picture this. You're sitting at your kitchen table, staring at bills, feeling trapped by your mortgage. I've been there, and I know it's tough, but here's something that might surprise you. Even folks with those coveted low rates are thinking about selling. Yes, you heard that right. In fact, a recent study showed that 22% of homeowners with rates below 5% are considering it. That's huge. Now, I know what you're thinking. Damon, how can selling in this market be a good move? Well, I have some positive news for you. There is a way to get out from under that mortgage, save your equity, and get quick relief, even with these high interest rates. Sounds too good to be true, right? All right, let's talk about something that might surprise you, selling your home to an investor. Now, I know what you're thinking. Damon, aren't those guys just looking to lowball me? I get it. There's a lot of misconceptions out there. But hear me out, because this could be a game changer for you. Think about the traditional way of selling your home. You list with a realtor, wait for buyers to come, hope they get approved for a mortgage, and then, well, you wait some more. It can take months, hoping the buyer doesn't fall out of escrow. And all that time, you're still making those mortgage payments, right? Now let's flip the script. Imagine someone comes to you with a cash offer. No waiting for bank approvals. No crossing your fingers, hoping the deal doesn't fall through. Just a straightforward, here's what we can pay and we can close in 2 weeks. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But it gets better. When you sell to an investor, you don't have to worry about fixing up your home. No need to paint, replace that old carpet, or fix that leaky faucet. They buy it as is. That's a huge relief if you're in a tight spot financially. And here's the kicker. No mortgage contingencies. You know how traditional buyers often have to sell their own home before they can buy yours? That's not an issue with investors. They've got the cash ready to go. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Damon, won't I get less money this way? And that is a fair question. Yes, sometimes the offer might be a bit lower than what you'd list for on the open market. But here's the thing. You've got to consider the big picture. Let's say you're facing foreclosure, or you're going through a divorce and need to sell fast, or maybe you've lost your job and those mortgage payments are getting harder and harder to make. In situations like these, time is money. Every month you hold on to that house is another month of payments, stress, and uncertainty. That's where selling to an investor can be a real lifesaver. It's fast, it's certain, and it can get you out of a tough spot before things get worse. It is not about settling for less, it's about making a smart move in a challenging situation. All right, let's talk about something that's probably on your mind right now. If you are thinking about selling your home quickly or to an investor, you might be worried about losing out on all the equity you have built up. I get it. You've worked hard for that money, and the thought of leaving it on the table is scary. But here's the thing. The market right now, it's tough. Prices have already skyrocketed, buyers are being cautious, and homes are sitting on the market longer than they used to. Did you know that in June, homes were taking about 26 days to sell? That's 9 days longer than just 2 years ago. It's a whole different ball game out there. Now don't let that get you down. There are still ways to maximize your equity, even if you need to sell fast. I'm talking about creative financing options that can help you keep more of your hard-earned money. For example, have you heard about seller concessions? It's where you offer to pay for some of the buyer's closing costs. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. It can actually make your home more attractive to buyers without you having to slash your asking price. But here's where it gets really interesting. When you work with someone who's both a realtor and an investor like myself, we can structure deals in ways you might not have thought possible. We're talking about strategies that put your equity first. Maybe it's negotiating a flexible closing timeline that works better for your situation. Or maybe it's about pricing your home strategically to attract the right kind of buyer. The key here is having someone in your corner who understands both the traditional market and the investor market. Someone who can look at your unique situation and say, okay, here's how we can make this work for you. Because at the end of the day, it's about finding a solution that gets you out of a tough spot while keeping as much of your equity as possible. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Damon, I'm embarrassed to even be in this situation. I should be able to figure this out on my own. Let me stop you right there. Now, there's absolutely no shame in asking for help, especially when it comes to something as complex as real estate in today's market. We're all facing challenges, and sometimes the smartest thing you can do is reach out to someone who can guide you through it. All right, let's wrap this up. Here's the deal. Selling your home in today's market can actually be a smart move if you're feeling the financial squeeze. And there are options out there that can protect your interests even with these high interest rates. Trust me, I've seen it work. Now, here's the key. You need someone in your corner who gets both the traditional market and the investor side of things. That's where folks like me come in. We can help you find the best solution for your unique situation. I look forward to your phone call, text, or email. God bless you all.